The member for Durack.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development. Will the Minister update the House on what work is underway in Western Australia to create jobs and boost productivity by delivering infrastructure for the future?
I call the Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, again, thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for her question. It was a pleasure to be with her in her electorate for the opening of the Karratha Airport upgrade recently, a terrific infrastructure project undertaken by the local community to improve their connection with the rest of the country. But that's one of many substantial infrastructure projects being undertaken in Western Australia at the present time. And the Commonwealth is contributing substantially to that under our $50 billion infrastructure program. Indeed, we'll be spending around $800 million in Western Australia this year alone, and we have about a $5.5 billion commitment to Western Australia for infrastructure programs under the current agreements. We're providing $925 million for the Perth Freight Link and $895 million for North Link, Western Australia. And of course there's $675 million available also to complete the work on the Gateway Western Australia project. Now, we've added a further $500 million almost to address the specific circumstances of Western Australia's share of the GST revenue, and that'll be money that can be invested in infrastructure projects in that state. And $116 million for the duplication of the Armidale Road was announced last month. And of course in the member's own electorate, the 75 kilometres upgrade of the Great Northern Highway between Muchea and Wubin is currently underway, and that'll make a really big difference to the people travelling those vast distances in Western Australia. And we've got another $385 million project for upgrading work in that area. There's $218 million for the North West Coast Highway, and those sort of projects will make a real difference. Now, I did hear the Shadow Minister interject with some suggestion that these were Labor projects, and I know we've heard this claim before, but there's a double problem with this particular claim, because these were projects that Labor intended to fund from the proceeds of the mining tax, and indeed we have the word of the former Treasurer when asked about what would happen if the mining tax didn't raise enough money for these infrastructure projects. He said, well, if we don't have the revenue from the tax, then we can't make the investment.
The member for Graham.
So under Labor, these projects would not have happened. They would not have happened because they were dependent upon a mining tax that didn't raise any money. Well, we're getting on with the job, we're building the roads and we're funding them on budget in the proper way.
The Prime Minister.